so I'm live. I'm live! I'm live and not dead. Let's see here. Is YouTube gonna play a ad before I start doing stuff? No! I'm on live now. Is YouTube gonna play a ad before I start doing stuff?
Oh, I love that.
No! I'm on live now. Is YouTube gonna play a ad before I start doing
Oh,
stuff?
I love that.
No! I'm on live now. Is YouTube gonna play a ad before I start doing
Oh,
stuff?
I love that.
No! I'm on live now. Is YouTube gonna play a Well, I'm hoping that turned out okay. Good evening, everybody. It's Bill. It's me, Bill. Hi, I'm Bill. And you're watching Bill's Box of Sound. It's yet another Saturday evening, the 21st of June. It is the halfway point between now and Frank Zappa's birthday. And today just happens to be my wife's birthday, so I love you, honey. She's in the next room watching TV. She doesn't watch this stuff. Why? She don't dig it. But hey, I got you folks here watching this. I know, you're checking out my Ghoul sweatshirt. You love it. Zingy, zingy, zingy over there. So, yes, and ahaha! Luis in Portugal. Good to see you. Portugal is my stepdaughter Sam's one of her favorite places in the world, and it was her life's ambition to someday visit Portugal. And one of the first big vacations that her and her husband took was they spent 2 weeks in Portugal, and they loved it. So good to see that you are joining us. And let's see. Also, some quick hellos to Michael P. Dawson, who is not watching right now, but just got a feeling he's going to check us out on the replay because he is not watching tonight. He is going to be. Let's see. He's in line to see Stinkfoot Orchestra, and I do believe that Napoleon Murphy Brock is in that show. While we're at it, we might as well do what we usually do. Yes, let's pop the old top on that sugar-free drink that I love so much. Let's see. Let's put just a tiny bit of Canadian whiskey because we love our friends in Canada. And blend it with the Americano here. Oh, yeah. And, of course, some ASMR. You gotta love it. Okay. Yep, that's good stuff. I do love my Diet Cola. So, what's been going on this week? Are you still reeling from the deaths of Sly Stone and Brian Wilson? I'm not, but I still see the memorials just rolling in like crazy. What are you gonna do? But anyway, stuff that's been going on this week. It's hot. We got a heat wave here in the USA. Today it was in the upper 80s, like about 88 degrees. Next few days we're going to be going into the 90s with a heat index of over 100 degrees. Of course, folks that are in Vegas or Arizona or in some parts of California, this is an everyday occurrence for you. I'm boring you with this. But good evening to John Fradley, and good evening to Memphis Lonnie. And yes, of course, John, I remember Ghoulardi from when I was very young. Very late nights on WJW Channel 8. But my main memories are with the Ghoul, Ron Swede. And when that show was in its revival from 1998 to 2004, I was the sound engineer for that show. And I got to put together all of the sound effects, archive all the old sound effects from the old Channel 61 shows. That was hella fun. Anyway, so yeah, okay, yeah. In Memphis, Lonnie's got it 92 degrees with a heat index of 103. So yeah, it's happening. It's happening all over the place. Good evening to Kevin Hart, my friend in Wyoming. Good to see you. And he says, "Arf," And speaking of saying ARF and him being in Wyoming, another friend of ours from Wyoming, Wyoming Dave, he sent me a picture today that he had recently got a copy of this album right here. Frank Zappa's Ship Arriving Too Late to Save a Drowning Witch to add to his collection. I congratulated him on that because this is a really good record. Now there's 6 tracks on this. Starts out with the song No Not Now, and then goes in to the big mega hit as far as Zappa is concerned, Valley Girl with Moon Zappa. And then the end of side 1 has this crazy song called I Come From Nowhere. It's got extremely difficult, wild instrumental passages. And then it goes out on into a groove, and you've got singing lead vocals, the Pachuco falsetto himself, but just singing in the way he does, Roy Estrada and his voice, singing I Come From Nowhere and You Should Go There. The people from nowhere always smile. It's just a stupid little crazy song, and the vocals are kind of like not really sung. They're just kind of going around and singing all sorts of tunes and tones and things like that. And at the end of the song, he says, they stand still, they shut up, and they don't do nothing out there in nowhere. And instantly, Frank Zappa goes into this unbelievable manic solo, which just makes me crank up the volume as much as I can freaking tolerate or get away with at the time that I'm hearing it. I love that song. That's side 1 of this album. Side 2 has Drowning Witch and Envelopes, 2 very challenging songs with very complex instrumental parts and also separate multiple sections of guitar soloing from Frank. And then the last song is a crazy little ditty called Teenage Prostitute. And that song has riffs in it that are strangely sounding like the old Peter Gunn, but it's not exactly. Steve Vai plays guitar on it, as well as Ray White on guitar and vocals, Tommy Mars, Bobby Martin, Ed Mann on percussion, Scott Tunis on bass. Plus, also, because some of the tracks were taken from multiple live shows, you've also got Patrick O'Hearn and Arthur Barrow on bass, Chad Wackerman on drums, Roy Estrada, as I said, on vocals, Ike Willis on vocals, Bob Harris on vocals, Lisa Popeil, yes, the daughter of Ron Popeil of Ronco, on vocals for Teenage Prostitute, and Moon Zappa on Valley Girl. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful stuff. So, Paul says, I'm not partial to that style of singing. Yeah, I know. But for that song, for some strange reason, it just fits. What a tune. Anyway, let's see. Lonnie says, recently they purchased a UK-only release of Strictly Commercial called The Best of Frank Zappa. Decent song list and is a good shorter CD for those new to Zappa's music. Aha. Well, if you take a look at the liner notes for Strictly Commercial, Lonnie, you will see a very familiar name. Somebody you've talked to personally in your lifetime. Let's see. Where should I... Oh, shall I pull out my copy? I know I got it here someplace. But you know, Here we go. But yeah, it's Strictly Commercial, aka The Best of Frank Zappa. It is released as a limited edition by Rykodisc or Ryko Analog. And this is the American cover. This is the UK cover. And it's a limited edition. I've got number 1802, which is kind of cool because when I was growing up, that was the last four digits of my home phone number. But don't even try finding it now because I don't have that number anymore. But inside of that, oh yes, it's on Rykodisc, yes. But in the liner notes, we've got the thank yous, okay? And let's see if we can take a look at these names. Thank you, David Baker, Richard Berlin. Oh, who's that? Bill Camerata? That's me. At the time, while Ryko was kind of taking over the Zappa catalog after Frank passed away, I was trying to get a job with Rykodisc to become a Zappa product manager. Went out to California and met with the person who actually got the job. I was a little too late in applying. But I entered into an agreement with the folks at Rykodisc to help them with their research of the Zappa catalog, clarifying names, details, songs, releases, and stuff like that. And for that, I got some promo material and my name in this album. So I am infinitely jazzed about that. And now, after all my years of toiling away, I am producing the official Frank Zappa podcast, which is known as the ZappaCast. Let's see. My CD I mentioned on... Okay, Lonnie's messaging me directly, and he sent me a photo. So hold on a second. I got to go to Facebook and take a look at it. Or better yet, so that I can show it to you, friends at home, I am going to... let's see. Oh, he put pictures of it in the Facebook group, Let's Get Physical. So let's go to Messenger and Facebook. And, okay. Oh, yeah, this is... Oh, I see. Check this out here. The Best of Frank Zappa. Now, that's a different cover. Very much so. And, interesting. Let's see. The catalog number is 10588. And the catalog number on Strictly Commercial is 40500. But very interesting. This has the complete song selection of the vinyl version of Strictly Commercial. So yeah, pretty darn cool. Okay. And let's see here. Greg says, I much prefer versions of envelopes that do not have the vocals. Yeah, me too. Whenever I listen to, I think it was the 78 Halloween box, the versions of envelopes that have the words that Tommy Mars is singing, I'm not a big fan of that either. I love the instrumental version. Very good point there, Greg. Very, very nice. So, it's a new week. Hey, Bill, did you get any records? Yeah, I got a couple. I got a couple records this week, and I should show them to you But where did I put them? Oh, wait. I had them right here. Oh, here they are. Yeah, I'm trying to do some reorganization of my records so I can fit more of them in this room. It's crazy, 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 crazy. And I happened upon this record right here called Tootie's Trumpets. And it's on the Disneyland record label. And it's by Tootie Camerata. See, it says Camerata Conducts. um, I haven't heard this in a long time. No relation. This guy was an arranger and a studio owner in California, and he did a lot of work for the Disney Corporation, doing music for them, scoring albums, providing instrumental backgrounds for people like Annette Funicello and things like that. And I actually have two copies of this album. Where's the other one? I got it nearby. Hold on there, Bubba Louie. I had it out briefly. Wah, 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 wah. Maybe it's in this pile. That's strange. Okay. Oh, there it is. Let me pull this out. No, that's not it either. Oy, oy, oy. Is this it? Is that it? Yes, that's it. Okay. So, this is the original mono copy. And I also happen to have this one, which is also called Tootie's Trumpets. And this is the exact same album, only in stereo. Now, the cover is completely different. This is this is on the Buena Vista label, which is also owned by the Disney Corporation, and that's on the Disneyland record label. So it's got these multicolored acid induced drawings on there, and this one has this on here, and the back has the liner notes and some pictures. This stereo version is a gatefold, and there's all the liner notes in much larger fonts and the same pictures, so go figure. Why do I have this record? Simply because it is, it's got the name Camerata on it, that's it. So, okay, quick update from Lonnie. He says, I just checked the CD booklet, and there is no official release number. No, it never was an official release from the Zappa catalog. And there's no thank yous in there. Well, those bastards took my name off of there. Well, anyway. Sorry to hear that. So, new records. I got two of them this week. Now, last week, if you remember, I'll address this in a minute. Greg. Last week, I had mentioned that I was cutting off the show very abruptly at 11 o'clock because I was going to watch a They Might Be Giants live show streamed from Seattle. And I did. And it was very, very exciting. Now, I missed part of the first set because I had some things I had to do here at the house that require me to not be here in the room with the music going. So, came back and I saw the end of the first set. And they said, we're going to take like a half an hour break, and then we're going to come back and do the second set of the show. So I'm sitting here listening to stuff and doing paperwork and stuff. And I heard this song that was really interesting. Had these electronic distorted backgrounds to it. And rhythm, rhythm, just a straight 4/4 rhythm, but just the oddest accents in it, and I was really getting into it. And then I heard this vocal. It sounded a little bit like Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth. So, what did I do? Whipped out my phone, did the old Shazam, and I found out it was Kim Gordon from her new studio album, which has been out for a year already. I don't know why I didn't have this. I had streamed her first solo album and wasn't completely thrilled with it, so I just didn't buy it. But then I picked up this, The Collective. This album is brilliant, from Kim Gordon. It's on the Matador record label. And this is kind of like a hip hop, electronic, punk album with attitude, and yeah. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. I love it, I love it. And there's the back of it. But the song that I heard was Bye Bye. And if you look for Kim Gordon on Bandcamp, there's a version of Bye Bye with new vocals. Let's just say that they reflect a little bit of the political climate in the USA right now. Kind of cool. So, Greg asks, how come Roman is never on the show anymore? Is he too cool to hang out with the old people now? Oh, Roman hangs out with me a lot. Last couple of weeks, he was away. He was hanging out with his dad, but he's back home right now, and right now he's upstairs chilling with his mom, probably watching TV or playing video games. So there. And Beer and Vinyl says, "Hey Bill, longtime listener, first time caller. Good evening from Columbus. Columbus, hey, Devo was playing there. That was yesterday, and I didn't get to go, but." Friend of the show, Michael Pilmer, he did a very short 10-minute live stream from a bar in Columbus. So, very nice. Taylor says, wow, did you guys see that? See what? I don't know. Okay. Flies all green and buzzing right there. I don't know. The torture does never stop, but maybe you're watching multiple screens and you're commenting on something else. Anyway, so good evening, sexy daddy. What's up? And Greg says, my name is in the liner notes on a couple of Frank Zappa compact disc releases, but it's mixed in with thousands of other names in microscopic print. They did a deal where they did that if you pre-ordered. Yes, I did that too. My name's in, well, I pre-ordered some of those during the Gail Zappa mail order era of Frank Zappa posthumous releases. Paid extra, sent my name in, and my name never showed up in there. It's crazy, you know. You're going through with a magnifying glass, saying, "Okay, where's my name?" I'm looking. Closer. No, it's nah. Geez, come on. Where is it? There's my friend Dean. Okay, and okay, and there's Ron. Okay, and Jesus, my name's not in there. So, but that's pretty cool. So I'm going to guess it might have been the FZOZ. So, all right, that's that. Couple more things before I start showing you some other records. Saw a news article about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They announced the inductees for 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and among the inductees and like major influence people was Carol Kaye, who was is a guitar player, also predominantly a bass player, played bass on hundreds and hundreds of songs with the Wrecking Crew out in L.A. As a matter of fact, the bass line for "The Beat Goes On" by Sonny and Cher, that was her idea. Also, the bass line for "Good Vibrations" by the Beach Boys. She played on a lot of Beach Boys tracks. And also, oh, did I put it away yet? I don't think I did. Ah, here it is. Good. I was just listening to this album the other night. Gabor Szabo and the California Dreamers. Wind, Sky, and Diamonds. Man, this is a schlocky album. It's on the Impulse label. And Gabor Szabo plays some guitar on it. And they've got these shooby-doo-doop-doop-be-doo-ah singers on it, singing all these popular songs. It's got tracks such as Jefferson Airplane's White Rabbit. It's got Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, To Sir with Love, A Day in the Life, and Guantanamera, along with a couple other tracks. But on this album, Carol Kaye is on at least half of the songs on this album, and she is absolutely killing it. Hey, Paul, good to see you. And also, there is a fantastic documentary about the Wrecking Crew that you should be able to find on streaming. So yeah, they did everything. They played for the Monkees. They played for like the Byrds. Just endless hits. Mamas and Papas. Members of the Wrecking Crew, including Carol Kaye, also played on Frank Zappa's Lumpy Gravy album. Yeah, album. ALBUM. All right. The other album that I got this week is a brand new jazz album from the Coherent label. This is Kevin Gray, mastering engineer. This is his label. And this is the third release on his label, Coherent. And this album, as well as the other two albums that came out, one's called Hackensack West by Anthony Wilson. The other one's by Kristen Eadkins, the saxophone player. This is a sax player named Corey Weeds, and this album's called Dig Weeds. And this has sidemen Byron Wookie Landham on drums, Neil Miner on bass, and David Hazeltine on piano. And this is a brand new jazz music. This is recorded on November 25th of last year, 2024, produced by the tone poet Joe Harley, who oversees a lot of the Blue Note reissues. And, of course, recording and mastering engineer is Kevin Gray, who is the main man at Coherent. This is all recorded direct to 2-track with 4 microphones. The sound is amazing. Hey, Charlie. Good to see you. Charlie Anderson in the house. And this has got 7 tracks on it. There's the guys in the back. So, what do I think about this album? Corey's been putting out some stuff for a while. And I believe that Kevin Gray's granddaughter, yes, Amber, heard something with Corey Weeds on it, or something by Corey Weeds, and suggested that he record for the label. So they got them together into the Kevin Gray Coherent Studios, and which has been nicknamed Hackensack West because it very closely mimics the old Rudy Van Gelder studio back in the day at his parents' house, which recorded everything, well, a lot of things for the Blue Note label up until like 1958 or so. In 1959, the Van Gelder studio, as it exists today in Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey, that is where the rest of the stuff was recorded from 1959 on. And like I said, this is a top-notch recording. The vinyl was recorded at Fidelity Pressing, which is Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab's new pressing facility. You can get this from the In Groove. You can get this from Acoustic Sound. You can get it from Music Direct. And who knows, your local store might even have this. And it costs around $40 with shipping about 50. And fantastic recording, beautiful pressing, nice cover. How's the music, Bill? You know what? It's okay. I'm going to have to listen to this a few more times to see if it changes, but the compositions as well as the playing are good. They're dead on, but they just don't hit you right. I am hoping that Coherent puts out a record that has some just out of this world playing. He's got to find somebody who is stellar and put him on that label. It's getting really hard for any new jazz to come out, which is any good at all. The one jazz album that has come out this year, which is the most exciting new jazz to come out in some time. Let me see if I can find it here, because I had it out and I think I was listening to it recently. Hold on, I got to use two hands to get it. I know it's a gatefold. It's not this one. Hold on, folks. Got to find this record because I want to talk about it again. Oh, here it is. Okay. This came out on Blue Note this year. Branford Marsalis and his quartet, Belonging. And this is a 2-record set. The songs on this album are a complete reworking of the Belonging album from Keith Jarrett and his European quartet that came out about 50 years ago. But they're completely reimagined and replayed by Branford and his group. And man, this is refreshing. Great playing. It's wonderful. Highly, highly recommended. I wish that Kevin Gray and Joe Harley could put together a band that he records in his home studio that is amazing, like that kind of stuff, or like some of the old Blue Note stuff. The records he's got out, the playing's good, but it's very pedestrian. It's just not pulling me over. Those are the new records I got this week. The Corey Weeds and the Kim Gordon. Now, important stuff. I have been lax in noting that recently I got a package from our friend DJ Trish, who I call the love goddess of the vinyl community. A couple times a year, she sends out to selected people, and I'm lucky enough to be one of them. What's going on? Okay. This is her summer mix, a Sure Thing, 2025. It's like mixtapes only on a CD. And I got a whole stack of these that I've received over the years. And she always sends in a note with this stuff. And What else does she send? She always sends a bunch of stickers. I got stickers in here. We got stickers from. This is cool. This is Clarizio Music Center. We've got Barefoot Real Estate. These are all from Point Pleasant, New Jersey. We got some Jamaican stuff with a mushroom. We got Music Feeds My Soul. That's a cute one. I'd like to see that with some 3D glasses on. We've got New Jersey Tourist Courts, the Garden State. Blazing Visuals, we print everything. A Jersey Mike's Sub sticker. Beach House, classic board shop. Port Coffee, think globally, roast locally. These are not, and of course, DJ Trish, advertising her DJ skills. And then the last thing that was put inside of this envelope was something quite charming. She always puts in a note. I mean, this time it says, "Hello from the Jersey Shore. Here's my summer mix plus an essay of my music history. Also more stickers. Have a great summer. Peace, love, and music. DJ Trish." And there's Trish right there, little self-portrait. And there is a very charming 2-page thing of her little short autobiography of being the mix mistress, what she does. And it's very cute and charming. If I had permission to read it from her, and if she was in a chat room, I would read the whole thing to you. But I'm just going to keep it to myself for now. And let's catch up in here. Have you seen the recent tour announcements for the B-52 and Devo tour? Each group with 3 original members, or does Devo have 4? Well, honey, Devo, the original members that are left are Mark Mothersbaugh, Jerry Casale, and Bob Mothersbaugh, aka Bob 1. Those are original members. They've got another, I forget the name of the guy who is, I think it's Josh Hager maybe. He plays second guitar and some keyboard work. And I believe on this tour, their drummer is going to be Fred Armisen. Yes, the comedian who was on Saturday Night Live and who was also on the Seth Meyers Late Night Show, and who also is a comedian and a comedic actor. Personally, I do not find Fred Armisen funny. He does jokes about music and stuff, and I just sit there and look at him and I don't even crack a smile. It's just not funny to me. I mean, you know, he's finding things that are amusing in music, but I just don't find him funny. And he's an okay drummer, but a lot of people like him. Good for him. He's just not my cup of tea. All right. And then the B-52s, they've got 3 original members. Let's see, do I have the Good Stuff album? No, I only have that on CD. The 3 original members of the B-52s are Fred Schneider, Kate Wilson, no, Kate Pearson. All right, let's get this out here. You pull out my original B-52s album. Here's the original incarnation of the B-52s. Gotta love it. All right. Okay, original B-52s members. Does it even say on here? Yep, Kate Pearson, Fred Schneider, and Cindy Wilson. Keith Strickland used to be their drummer, but now they've got a studio drummer. And Ricky Wilson, who is Cindy's brother, he passed away. So it's basically the three members of B-52s with some other musicians that go along with them. And they are touring with Devo this year. Let's see here. Jazz went to the Academy, and the Academy sucked the life out of it. Gonna have to check her out. Okay. I'm not following that completely. But I only got like 20 minutes left, and I want to get to what I said I was going to do. I got some records for sale. Now, this is not my idea originally. I also watched the live streams of Malcolm Tent, who is formerly from Danbury, Connecticut. Now he's in North Carolina and runs a record label, TPOS. He's the bass player at Anti-Scene, and he also had a store, and he sells records. He's a recording artist himself. He's a great guy. I love talking to him because I've seen him at several of the devotional Devo conventions, and I've also seen him play guitar and bass on stage. He's a good guy. So he's got this thing where he has a lot of records to sell, and he shows a few records and talks about them on his live stream, and then says, hey, if you want to buy this, here's how much it is, message me, and I'll get it to you. So it's like, ooh, very, very cool. So now I'm going to show some records, and if you are interested in purchasing this record from me, you can note it. You can just go into the chat room and say, hey, I want that one. And you can message me on Facebook, and just message me with my name, Bill Camarata, and I will converse with you, and we will set up how you can send me via Cash App or by PayPal the money for these records. So if you claim them during this show, I'll mark your name on it and keep it for you so I can ship it out. So it's $6 flat shipping in the United States, the 48 contingent states. So let's get to the first one. We got 3 Primus albums. First of all, the very first studio Primus album, Frizzle Fry. Now this is a repress that came out in 2002, and side 2 is a long side because it's got it's got one bonus track, which is 2 Residents songs. I mean, this has To Defy the Laws of Tradition, Groundhog Day, Too Many Puppies, Mr. Know-It-All, Frizzle Fry, John the Fisherman, You Can't Kill Michael Malloy. Side 2 has The Toys Go Winding Down, Pudding Time, Southington Willoughby, Spaghetti Western, Herald of the Rocks, and To Defy, which is kind of like a reprise of To Defy the Laws of Tradition. Then it's got their version of Hello Skinny and Constantinople, 2 songs by the Residents from their album Duck Stab Buster and Glenn. And this record is in minty shape. Let's see, I got this I think back when they first re-released it, but this has been ultrasonically cleaned, and it is in pristine shape in a poly-lined sleeve. If you are interested in getting this for yourself, it is $15. Just note that in the chat room, and I'll put your name on it if you're the first to do so. Okay, next we've got another Primus album, and this is a rarity here. This is the Brown album. This is the first studio album they put out without Tim Herb Alexander on drums. Their new drummer at that time was Brian Brain Mantilla, or just Brain as he was known as. And this is a music on vinyl pressing, and it is a limited edition. It's numbered. There's the certificate of authenticity. And the other cool thing about this is that this is on brown vinyl. It's kind of a gold vinyl. Check this out, my friends. Look at that. It's in perfect shape on brownish gold vinyl. I don't know. You may want to call this kind of like a diseased brown. But it is 2-record set. The entire Brown album by Primus. Now, this album, also there's an insert with all the lyrics on it. This album was kind of a lo-fi album, but for some reason, this album is just so good. And what was really weird is after Tim Alexander came back to the band, he wouldn't play any of these songs with Primus in concert. But these are great songs like Shake Hands with Beef, Duchess and the Proverbial Mind Spread. Love that song. Bob's Party Time Lounge. My wife loves that song. Camelback Cinema, Fisticuffs, Golden Boy, Over the Falls. Great record. If you want this, it's worth a lot. This goes for like $80 on Discogs. $40 plus shipping. Next up on the hit parade, Primus had taken a few years off, and they put out this album with Jay Lane, or Jayski playing drums. Green Naugahyde is the name of this one. I've got the original hype sticker cut out and placed inside of this box. And this also comes with a CD copy of the album. This is the very first pressing. This is a 2-record set on 45 RPM green vinyl. And this is also ultrasonically cleaned. Primus Green Naugahyde. There's also an insert in here. Hang on. Let's put this back in here. Here's the insert with the lyrics inside. It's got Hennepin Crawler, Last Salmon Man, Tragedies A Comin', Jilly's on Smack, Hoeing for the Man, Salmon Men, and more on TV. And my favorite track on this album, Lee Van Cleef. Hey, 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 hey! All right, this album, this is an absolute bargain. $20 plus shipping. Primus Green Naugahyde, first pressing with the CD and ultrasonically clean green vinyl. Sounding pretty good. That's it for the Primus. Couple more before we wind it up for the night. Grateful Dead fans, we got a picture disc of American Beauty. Okay. I bought this one, listened to it once, and then put it back in the shrink wrap because I'm not that big on picture discs. But this is pretty cool. Cut by Chris Bellman. And a lot of picture discs, they come in this clear plastic envelope that the longer you keep it in there, the more it leaches onto the disc and damages it. Well, as soon as I got this, I cleaned it up and put it inside of a polyline sleeve. And there's the other side of it right there. And as far as picture discs go, this doesn't sound too bad at all. But like I said, it's in perfect shape. And if you want this collectible version of American Beauty, you know, this is the album with Broke Down Palace, and Truckin', and Ripple, Box of Rain, Candyman, Sugar Magnolia, Friend of the Devil, an absolute stone cold classic from the Grateful Dead. This is $30, like new, plus shipping, for American Beauty by the Grateful Dead. If you're interested, say something. Okay, this guy we've talked about before on the show, George Braith. This is a Blue Note album, and oh, it's open. I thought it was sealed, but no. The shrink wrap is still on it. I did open it up so that I could ultrasonically clean it, but then after I cleaned it, I figured out that this is a second copy. I already have this album. George Braith is a guy that plays tenor, soprano, and alto sax, sometimes more than one at a time. He also plays a thing called the stritch, and it's kind of interesting stuff. I like George Braith's music. This is from the Blue Note Classic series. Now, it says $18 there, because that's pretty much what I paid for it. I paid closer to $20. But if you want this, just say something in the chat room, and you can get it for $15 plus shipping. Okay? One more, and then that's going to be it for tonight. We'll have more next week. We've got a Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab pressing of the Cars album, Shake It Up, that I bought directly from Mobile Fidelity. It's numbered limited edition, number 5549. Of course, it's got the hits Since You're Gone, Shake It Up, I'm Not the One, Victim of Love, This Could Be Love, Think It Over, and Maybe Baby. This is a pretty good album. And it's one single record, ultrasonically cleaned, near mint, beautiful MoFi record. This I purchased for, I believe, $40. I'm going to sell it in wonderful, perfect condition for $25. If you're interested in the Cars, Shake It Up, $25, and it's yours, plus shipping. Okay, one more album that I have an extra copy of. This is sealed. Now, it's got a little bit of a break in the bag here, but I can't take the album out because I haven't completely zipped it through. This is Analog Productions' reissue of the Lightnin' Hopkins classic blues album, Going Away. Chad Kassam of Acoustic Sounds has said that this is his favorite album of all time. And this is damn fine blues. And doesn't say what year it came out, but I believe the original liner notes say 1963 on it. And this I paid $40 for, $35 plus shipping, and it's yours. I'll send it to you. Just say something. Now, since I'm coming up on the end of this live stream, nobody has claimed any of these albums. That's cool. At least you got to hear me talk about them and show them to you. If you are watching this after the fact, this is on the 21st of June, 2025. You can message me on Facebook. My name right there, Bill Camarada. And ask to see if I can sell it to you. And I'll talk to you and we'll take care of it. So that is what's going on. It's an hour. What do you say we crank up another weird sound on the synthesizer and get this out of here. Thank you very much. Good night. See you next week. The end.